All right, welcome to the business vibe time. So essentially in this video, we're gonna get straight to it because I want to speak about something very important. And this is an area where a lot of business owners just don't do it properly, or they mess it up, or they figure out that they needed to do this, but they needed to do it a year ago, 2 years ago. And because of that, you have to restart. Now, if you set this up, this one thing properly from the beginning, you'll be successful. You'll be fine. You'll know exactly who your audience is, and you'll actually be able to build content. You'll actually be able to build an offer or a business around a person who actually where there's a need for your service, right, or your product. Now, what we're speaking about today is client avatars. Okay, so a client avatar, it's the ideal client for your business. It's a person that you every single time you put your service out there, you'd want this person to be the person who buys it from you, who uses it, the person who actually needs it, right? So we call this person the client avatar. It's a fictitious person, but it's a person who's actually going to be able to, who has a need for what you're offering out there, okay? Now, the most important thing is, when you think of the person who you're sending your service to, you need to make sure that there's product market fit that connects to this person, right? So the way we do that is we ask a lot of questions, we do a lot of market research. You can go up to people who are in the industry in which you're serving and actually ask these people questions. A lot of people are just scared to ask a simple question like, what are you currently missing in your business? What are you unhappy with in your business right now? Who is doing your marketing? Where are you currently losing out on your marketing, or where is your marketing not being fulfilled? Are you happy with how it's going? What results are you currently getting? Like, a lot of these crazy questions that a lot of people are scared to ask, you can actually ask them. And people will give you the answers because I've asked them. People give me answers. Other clients have asked them. And people have given my clients these answers. This is how we're able to grow law firms, real estate companies, and B2B services in general. Because we need to know who we're targeting and what their needs are. You can't just guess these things. Unless you work in the industry yourself. Like me personally, working in the legal industry, the legal sector, the real estate sector, and the marketing sector, I have a good understanding of these different areas. I understand what people need. But even then, I still need to ask a lot of questions because, like anything, the more research that you have, the more that you're able to actually put into a certain offer or a certain service to make it the best as possible. And if you want to separate yourself and make yourself unique from the other offers out there or the other services, this is what you need to do. This is the starting point. It's boring. It's very boring. A lot of people don't do it because it takes a lot of time. It takes hard work because you have to find the people to ask. You have to know what questions to ask. But luckily for you, I'm going to tell you what question to ask right now to get you started. Feel free to add whatever you want to this qualification form, you could call it, right? But once you get these questions filled in, you'll be set. You'll be able to actually curate an offer around this. And if you already have a service, maybe you can use these questions to refine what you're currently doing for your clients. You're able to actually upscale it, make it better, make it more presentable, right? So let's get into that. So these questions that you need to ask, they're very specific, but they're very simple. No matter what if you're offering legal service, or you're in the real estate sector, or you're a marketing company, these questions remain the same because a person is a person at the end of the day, and their psychology ends up being the same, the way they react, their needs, they just apply to different markets. So, number one, what is your client's name, right? You can find this out very simply. You can look at companies. You can look at ideal clients that you found from their social profiles. Go to a social profile, scroll through it. Does it look like the person that you want? Write their name down, right? We're creating a fictitious character, but based on the real person that you want to buy your service. So, once you get their first name, get their last name, then you need to find out the age of this person, because especially when it comes to like targeting in terms of marketing, you need to know your age range. Like, I've spent like millions in terms of paid advertising now, and every single time, whether on Facebook advertising, Instagram's involved with Facebook, right? They're tied together, but TikTok marketing, Snapchat, Google, one of the questions on there for your audience that you're targeting is the age range. Depending on your niche, it could be 18 to 35, it could be 40 to 50, right? If you're a supplement brand, it might be 25 to 35, right? A lot of the gym goers, a lot of the young dudes, young girls that want to get big, you'll target them, right? You need to do 25 to 30 years old. Whatever it is, Do your research and figure out who in the market is needing your service, what their age is. That's a massive one. What gender? I know this is a big topic because you can there's a lot of different ways of going around this. But what gender in general is buying your service? Is it male? Is it female? Do they identify as like an other? Right? When it comes down to these things, obviously respect everybody, but you need to make sure you know who's buying your service. You need to be able to understand that there's a lot of people that aren't in the, like, for example, if you're doing men's suits, a woman will probably not buy it likely, right? Because it's not meant for them. It was not for the same build. It's not for their build. Anything like that. Go very specific, right? If you're in the legal services and you're a divorce attorney or a divorce lawyer, are you working with the men in the relationship? Are you working with the women in the relationship? I'm not saying you should specifically do that, but based on your past experiences, who have you worked with more? Who are your ideal clients? Who do you know how to help best? Real estate agents, are you mainly dealing with the men or the women in the relationship who are in their marriage to sell their house, right? You need to know these things. What is the person's marital status, right? Are they single? Do they have enough money? Are they in a marriage? Do they have kids? Do they have dependents, people who rely on them, right? You need to know that, because in that case, they might not be able to afford your services, right? Alright, so the next thing we're going to speak about is the industry or the occupation that your client is in. Now, like I said, it doesn't matter if you're a lawyer, you're a real estate agent, you're a real estate broker, you're a marketing person. You need to know the people that are going to need your services. If you're a business lawyer, is it a B2B business that you're helping, right? Are you helping to set up their corporations? Are you their tax attorney? You need to know who you're helping. Are they in the marketing space? Are they in the medicinal space? Like, it doesn't matter. You need to know who they are and who you're helping, because if you don't niche down far enough into this, you will not be able to help people. You're going to go so wide that you'll miss out on your targeted audience. And nobody's going to know who you're helping. And if they don't know who you're helping, nobody's going to want to get helped by you. Okay, so once you understand the industry or the occupation that your client lives in, you'll be able to further niche down on the person that you're helping. What is the person's job, right? Are they a CEO? Like, their job title, are they the CEO? Are they an employee? Do they work for themselves? What are they doing in their life, right? Are they a freelancer? Because again, this will depend on their financial state, their ability to use your services. They're like, if you're basically helping a CEO or you're helping an employee, there's a very big difference between the two. First, their financial state, their responsibilities, right? And I'm telling you all of this and relating it back to niching down, because this, at the end of the day, you need to make sure you're so specific with who you're helping. And if you're not, you'll really miss the whole goal of this, which is to find out exactly who you're helping and get tons of those people in, right? Because if you know what you're looking for, who you're looking for, it's very easy to get them in your door, get them to sign up, get them to pay you a retainer, get them to close as a client. It's very easy. It's the same thing as goals in life. If you don't know what you're aiming for, you'll miss it. If you don't know who you're helping, you won't help anybody. Further, we'll go into like the person's education, right? Did they go to university, finish high school, whatever it is? What are their interests, hobbies? Do they read a lot? Do they play sports? What exactly interests them? Can you use that in terms of your marketing? Can you hit pain points because of the certain things that they like or the certain things that affect them in their lives that they're not able to do, right? A lot of people, they might want to play tennis, but they're not able to because of something, legal issue that's happening in their life, or because they're worried about their current issues with their marketing in their business. It's very broad, but you can go very in-depth into this to better help them and better market towards this audience. Okay, and I'll leave it at the last point because you can go on and on about how far you want to go into niching down on a specific client avatar. What language do they speak? Because not everybody speaks English. Not everybody speaks, French, Spanish, whatever the language is. Not everybody speaks it. So you need to make sure that you know who they are And if you're able to maybe make a secondary video to translate towards those people, because a lot of your competition or a lot of people in your industry, they're not doing that, and they're missing out on a whole bunch of potential money on the table. You can get translators from Fiverr or Upwork to translate videos for you and actually approach these people in a different way that they're not used to, right? They don't have to be forced to learn English. You can actually approach these people in their home language, and they'll be able to understand it. You can grow your social followers this way. You can get more clients through the door. Whatever it is, it's being able to approach the specific person that you have, right? And being able to target them and show them how you can help them in their specific situation. Because nobody really wants to work with anybody that doesn't understand them, right? The only reason I'm able to understand, for example, different types of businesses, because I've worked in these different types of businesses, I own these different type of businesses, or I've helped them in the past. Excuse me. If you niche down enough in your business or the clients that you're helping, you will be able to market to these people, cater towards them, provide a fulfilling service, and grow your brand. With that being said, this is Justin Punya from Boost with Systems. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.